when people desperately need help, they become very insensitive to anything else. They don't care about anybody else. The third thing we notice, not only did she siphon power out of Jesus, this is the most serious grievance, if there is a grievance here. She silently withdrew after receiving from Jesus. The passage is very clear. It says, this woman touched Jesus. Of course, you say, if I may touch him, I may be healed. She touched Jesus. And immediately she felt that the fountain of blood had ceased. She knew she had been healed. But just as she approached Jesus silently, she walked away from Jesus silently. So she's coming to receive benefit and go without anything, without saying, thank you, Jesus. I don't know about you, but I don't think that's a good behavior. I believe it is for that reason that Jesus asked, who touched me? Because Jesus felt, you can't just come and receive and go and not pause to say, Lord, thank you. She's just taking it, silently take, silently go. And as I thought about it, I think about the many people who get desperate and go to people for help, and after they get the help, never stop to say, thank you for helping me. The many people who would benefit from you, but never think that after I have found solution to my problem, I need to spend a minute to tell this person that although you didn't know I was in the crowd, you touched me. And I'm better because you touched me. She was about to leave without testifying. She was about to leave without telling the story. Can you imagine if Jesus had not asked, who touched me, this story would never occur in the Bible. Such a powerful testimony, but nobody will hear of it because this person decides, I will go in silently to take it, and I will leave silently, and I will not acknowledge anybody. Of course, Jesus affirmed her healing. He says, okay, go home. Your faith has made you whole. Anytime I read it, I said, you know, many times if you read such a story, you think Jesus should have said, should have. That's what I'm thinking. I'm not Jesus. But looking at the pattern of Jesus' treatment with people, remember the Syrophoenician woman who came to Jesus directly. Lord, help me. My daughter is at a point of death. And Jesus says we don't give the children's bread to dogs and so and so and so forth. And she said, Lord, even the dogs eat from the crumbs. Jesus said, I have never seen such faith. This is great. I've never seen anybody exhibit such faith. The centurion comes to Jesus, Lord, help me. Jesus says, I'll come to your home. He says, you don't even need to come to my home. Speak the word, my daughter will be healed. Jesus says, I've never seen such faith, such great faith. For this woman, there is no commendation of that nature. But what she had done should qualify to be called, I have never seen anything like that. But Jesus never. All he said is, you took it, you have it, go home. Your faith has made you whole, fine, you're happy, go. And I believe there is a rebuke there. Jesus did not withdraw the healing, but it was not the best way to approach somebody who helps you. Even if the person didn't know they have helped you, you know they helped you. You know, many times we think the end justifies the means. Once you got healed, that's all there is. But we have to also look at the process. Because sometimes you get results, but in getting the results, you break too many rules. You intrude into people's privacy. You hurt too many people, but you still get results. Can we just say, simply because she got results, we cannot examine the methodology? No, we have to examine the methodology, although she got results. So what's the purpose of this message? That sometimes when you have gathered so much in life, you've built so much, there are people who come to you, I call them takers. Jesus was anointed from when he was in his mother's womb. John the Baptist leaped. The first time the mother of Jesus met Elizabeth, mother of John the Baptist, Jesus was anointed. He's the Son of God. He has the power of God without limit. But it doesn't mean you can take silently and leave silently. If you can take silently and leave silently, Jesus would have been silent. But he says, who touched me? And tomorrow and next week, I'm going to talk about from Jesus' point of view. I'm dealing this from the woman's point of view. Jesus says, who touched me? Because I sense something left me. So what she did, it wasn't an innocent thing. It affected Jesus deeply, and Jesus felt it, and he could have kept quiet about it. It's like somebody who comes to you and you give them maybe they think you are the richest person in Ghana, so you give them 100 CDs, and they don't even say thank you. Because in their mind, what is 100 to you? You have so much power. You have so much money. I can silently take, I can silently leave because you will not feel it. But Jesus is saying, I felt it. I felt it. I felt it. And you can't run away thinking, I didn't feel it. I didn't feel it. I felt it. That's for next week. So what do takers do? First, they grab without permission. Unfortunately, sometimes they can grab till you get dry. They will take and take and take and take till you are exhausted. And they will move silently. Some of you have helped people who took and took and took and took and took and took, and you became dry, and they moved on. I've always wondered, all these people, where were they when Jesus was on the cross? You took. At the time Jesus needed you to show up, you left. You were not there. May it never be said of us that we are takers. And we take, grab, and never stop to say thank you until we are prompted. You know, there are people who never say thank you until you prompt them. So this thing I gave you, you won't come and say thank you. Then they will say, oh, thank you. In fact, most of the time when they are saying thank you, they are insulting you in their head. This little thing you gave, thank you for what? Yeah, well, thank you for what? Okay, you want thank you. Okay, I thank you. those who grab without permission, and those who go into hiding after taking. So did Jesus ever touch you? Has God done something for you that you receive silently and have gone away silently without ever spending time to thank God? You remember the time when you were in trouble and you prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. And then it happened. Then silently. God didn't hear of you again. No prayer meeting. You don't go for all night. You don't go for dawn prayer meeting again. But when you needed help, dawn prayer meeting, dawn, midnight prayer, noon prayer. You are praying. Then God does it, silently move. Until God prompts you and say, who touched me? Nobody hears your testimony. Some of you made promises to God. Lord, if you touch my life and do so and so for me, I will do such and such for you. He did it for you, and silently you left. Of course, he would not take the miracle back from you. God will not bless you and take the blessing back. All he will say to you is, go. Your faith has made you well. So, you got it, go. You couldn't even, if you took silently, at least, can't you testify publicly without prompting? You say, well, maybe she was feeling ashamed. But the shame is gone. He took away your shame. The thing you were ashamed of, he has healed it. There's no shame again. Now there is joy. You can say, maybe there are too many people, and I don't want to speak publicly, but too many people, but you press through the people. Did it have to take Jesus to remind you that, hey, where's your testimony? Where's the story? Where's the honor? Where's the glory? And beyond Jesus, are there people you've taken from? You are well now, but they don't know they helped you. They don't know that but for you, or but for them, you would not be where you are. Are there people like that? Do you do that in this church? After service, you waylay people, if I may but touch, I shall be made whole. And every Sunday after church, you get touched. And you are made whole, but you never stop to say, sir, thank you so much for touching my life. Without you, I wouldn't be where I am. My children would not have had education. I wouldn't have a testimony. Do you need to be prompted before you show appreciation? Are you one of those who plunder what people have gathered and never stop to say thank you? Well, that's what we learned from the woman with the issue of blood. We commend her faith, we commend her tenacity, but we disapprove of silent taking and silent going. We disapprove of that. We disapprove. And may God never make us that. Silent takers and silently walk away. We can come boldly, our faith is rewarded, but we must always pause to say thank you. Both to God and to the people who help us.
We've come to the end of this video. We believe you've been blessed. Remember, God's love is steadfast and unchanging. May His grace and peace be with you always. If you're new here, consider subscribing to stay up to date with our videos. Kindly share this video with your friends and families. You can watch this next video on your screen.